I'm going to the beach and I'm taking you with me. And this is probably going to be the most bizarre reading vlog that I've ever done. And it's also my first. All right, we're about to load into the car and get ready. I'm just looking at how awful my hair looks. Y'all don't judge me. Maybe I need to put my hood up because it is looking rough. Anyway, I have my AirPods. I am going to be listening to Direbound. I heard the audiobook is fantastic. It's duet, which is my favorite. So we'll see how far I get. I kind of fall asleep almost instantly as soon as the car starts moving, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to listen and see how far I get. That was like 7 hours, but we made it. So I just took a shower and I'm ready for bed. I am not going to do any reading today. Or I'm sorry, I'm not going to do any reading this evening because that took all of my energy out. I have none left being in the car for that long with 2 kids and 2 dogs and my husband, but he was driving, so I literally did no driving, and I'm telling you how exhausted I am. So shower and bed for me, and we will see what we have. Beach day tomorrow and the next beach day the next 3 days. So we will see how far I get. So the only thing I read today was my audiobook in the car of Direbound. And at this moment, I can't remember how far I got, but when I am editing this in post, I'll pop it up there somewhere where I am. And so my goal for tomorrow at the beach is going to be Anathema. I want to finish that, and then I don't know if I'll go straight into Eldritch. That would be nice. I think I'll do that because it's on KU. So the Eating Woods books 1 and 2. That'd be pretty cool. So I think I might do that. Okay. We're here at the beach. It's beautiful. The water's amazing. And I don't know how much I'm going to get to read today because I tend to just stare off at the water and enjoy just how beautiful it is and fall asleep and take naps. But on tap for today is finishing up Anathema and also starting The Night in the Moth. So we will see how much of those I get done. And that's it. Just finished my reread of Anathema, and now I'm by the water because the kids keep harassing me to get in the water. There's a baby! I'm gonna say it was definitely slower the second time than the first time. So the reviews that say that, I was kind of mad about those at first, but I get it. And I kind of forget how like spooky it is, especially towards the end. I was a little scared. But anyway, it's done now, and on to the next. Hello. So the obvious thing to do would be to go straight into Eldritch after Anathema because of the cliffhanger at the end. But The Night in the Moth has been on my Kindle from Libby, and it is about to be due. So I have to do that next. So I'm gonna have to pause. Libby, they always come due when you don't want them to, but I am thankful for the service. So I'm gonna try not to complain about it. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna go to The Night in the Moth, and then we'll have to do Eldritch later. Will I get to that while I'm here? I'm not sure. Yeah! What are you? Okay, we are on chapter 13 of The Night in the Moth. No more Direbound. Anathema done. And I am ready for bed. So tomorrow, I think I'm gonna just keep going with The Night in the Moth. I'm liking it so far. It's a little bit weird but I don't know if that's gonna bother me. Maybe. I like the writing. I like the FMC 6. I like the FMC, the night, and I like the world. It seems pretty cool. I think things aren't what they seem, and I like that. So yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll see you next time. Can I just say that this is one of the most uncomfortablest beds that I've ever slept in. It's got, like, it's dented from where too many people have slept in it, I guess. And I'm sunk down, no matter how many pillows I put up at the top or under my legs. That has nothing to do with reading, but I'm upset about it and I wanted to share it. Because I don't like when people mess with my sleep. It makes me very, very cranky. And this bed is messing with my sleep. I guess for reading today, we've got The Night and the Moth, and we'll see how far I get. But I keep falling asleep on the beach because it's so soothing and wonderful. We'll see. I forgot to talk about my initial thoughts of Dire Bound, and I'm enjoying it. It's so far so good. I do like the narration, the duet. I think that it's a little too similar to Fourth Wing for me. Also, it's like a Fourth Wing Hunger Games vibe, like with the careers versus the other tributes kind of thing. But it's got dire wolves, and so I'm okay. I'm enjoying it so far, but I hope that they're kind of close connected now, Fourth Wing and Dire Bound, and I hope we do. And we end up somewhere totally different. So I'm excited for that, and we'll see. I'm probably not going to get much of that book done today, actually, because I did that when I was doing chores. I'm going to switch into The Night and the Moth while I'm here on the beach. We'll see. Okay, I can't keep my eyes open any longer. I'm ready to head to bed. Everyone else is asleep. It is 11 p.m. We have another beach day tomorrow. Got a little more of The Night and the Moth, but I am really struggling to keep focused. I keep falling asleep or watching A Few Good Men or pretty much anything other than reading. I'm having to really focus on this, and I don't know if that's because I'm not enjoying it or what. I don't know. But it's been a bit of a struggle, and just now I was fighting to keep my eyes open. But that's it for today. Last day at the beach, which is kind of sad, but also I'm pretty excited to be in my own bed after tonight, because that bed is just terrible and my back is killing me because I have old people problems. But anyway, reading update. I am currently about 13 hours, I'd say, of listening left of Dire Bound, and about under 3 hours of The Night and the Moth. So I was gonna come out here, go for a walk along the beach. It's beautiful. And listen to Dire Bound, and then lay and start. I was gonna start reading The Night and the Moth once I found a spot on the sand, but I think I need a little palate cleanser, and then maybe this book will interest me a little bit more. So I am going to read, I will put the book up here. It's a short story, and I don't know if I could say that without getting suppressed. I don't even know if I can fully put the name up there. I might have to blur it a bit, but it's just going to be a spicy short story. And sorry, I'm trying to adjust the stuff that I'm carrying. I have my towels and my Kindle. And I'm going to try that. And then hopefully after that, even if it's like crazy terrible or even if it's good, I will be able to just pop back into the fantasy world. So that is going to be my goal for today. After that, where are my family? You might be wondering. Well, my son and daughter are getting ready. My husband is playing disc golf. And I am going to meet with all of them, and then we're going to go to breakfast. So that's why I'm going to come out here, go for my walk, read my short story, return with them. We'll probably do some mini golf, some breakfast, then come back to the beach, and then I'll start night in the Moth. So that's my plan. I read the book that we're talking about that I cannot say, and I had footage of my initial thoughts, or so I thought, but actually, this was the only footage that I got. So we're going to do a reenactment. So let's just pretend that this is me finishing the book right now. Okay. I just finished that book. Wow. That is one smutty short story. It is spice in an airplane, and that's all that it is. It will take you 20 minutes or so to get through. I don't know. Did I like it? I don't know. I don't think I did. When you finish that, you will be able to say that you read a smutty book. Will you be able to say much more than that? Probably not. But I think I'm ready for the Night in the Moth. I think I'm ready for character development. I think I'm ready for plot. I think it did what it needed to do. It got my space in a different world, in a different place. It got my head in a different place, in a different world, and now I can read. So thank you, book. And Ray Ray, you are wild for recommending this book to me. Look at this beautiful sunset. Probably can't see that. Oh, I love the beach so much. I'm back. I am trying to Kindle and key lime pie. Hold on. Key lime. Oh, my finger's in the way. Key lime pie. But who do we have here? Harassing me about Halloween and sleepovers and costumes. And I just want to read and key lime pie. That's all I want to do. Don't have children.
Love you.
Don't have children. That's the moral of the story. It's our last day. Ooh, I hope I get the Night in the Moth done tonight. And I ate a whole lot of crab legs.
Oh, can I have some key lime pie?
And had a few cocktails.
Please? Ow.
She's trying to get my key lime pie. She already had ice cream. This is my key lime
I
pie.
did not have ice cream.
I mean, that doesn't look that appetizing, but it's really good.
You stole part of my key lime pie yesterday. I should have some of yours.
We are leaving to go home today from the beach, which is very sad, but you know, all good things must come to an end, and I am very excited to be in my own bed. So I am thankful for that. I just wanted to do like a little status update of where I am right now. I finished the Night in the Moth last night. So I accomplished my goal. My beach goals mainly were finish Anathema and the Night in the Moth and just listen to Direbound when I had time, especially on the car rides. And if I finish that, I finish it. If not, it'll go into this weekend. And I did it. I accomplished those goals. So I'm excited about that. My initial thoughts of the Night in the Moth are, I don't really have initial thoughts of it. I need to think about it. that book, I struggled so hard to get through it. And I don't know if that is because I was at the beach and it just wasn't a vibe for the beach. But that can't be it because I ate up Anathema on my reread. So maybe there's something about it that I didn't love. I don't know. I'm gonna sit with it. I'm gonna think about it, let it marinate, and then I will post a review on my thoughts about it. Yesterday, after I finished the book that we won't name, that I will have blurred out on here, I forgot to mention that anything about it. So it takes place on an airplane, and there is not so there's the main character, the FMC, and there's not a dude. There's a chair, multiple chairs. I think that's why I was a little bit stunned yesterday, because I usually just go into books blind when people recommend them to me. And I don't know why this was recommended to me. And then when I looked at the title, it said a sentient story. And I'm like, okay, so yeah, I now know what that means. And I know how to avoid that in the future. But if that is something that you might be into, a girl with 2 to 3 chairs, then this short story might be for you. Yeah, I have sat with that overnight, and the more I think about it, the more I dislike that book, and that's not for me. But hey, no judgment. If you like that sort of stuff, go for it. It's short, like I said, it'll take you like 15-20 minutes, and that's it. So we're going to leave, and I am just going to listen to Direbound. I think have about like 12 hours left in it, maybe. So I definitely will not be finishing that on the drive. But then, I have unpacking and chores to do. I will do a final tally of everything I read when I get home later today. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I am going to be unbraiding my hair on the car ride. And I have to cut the knots out. I am not cutting my actual hair, obviously. If you are not Black, then you might not know about this, but that's what you do. You cut the knots. There's like a little knot here that keeps it in. You cut that, and then you unbraid, because if you can't unbraid past that. And I don't know how long my hair is, so I'm cutting just above the knot to make sure I don't actually cut my hair. I know for a fact my hair is not this long, but when it's braided like this, you never really know. And my hair grows entirely too slow for me to be chopping it off randomly. So that is why I'm cutting way down here at these knots. And then in the car ride, I will be listening to Direbound, and I will be unbraiding my hair. And I will be going without braids for a little bit to give my hair a break. It's nice to give your hair a break sometimes. So I will do that, and you will see me with no braids for the next probably month or so before I get it braided again. I am home. I'm so happy to be home. I'm going to be in my own bed tonight. My braids are done. I have finished Direbound, finished Anathema, finished the book, and finished The Night and the Moth. So I have accomplished what I was hoping to accomplish today. I want to talk a little bit about each of them, but I look ridiculous. And so I'm going to get my hair done tomorrow. I need to get my nails done. They are looking rough. And then I will give my final thoughts about the books I read, because I don't want you to have to stare at me looking like this. And we're back. So let me tell you my final thoughts about the books that I read on vacation. First up is Anathema. It was a reread. Like I said earlier, it was slower the second time around. I guess knowing what to expect and none of the shock value being there made it lose a little bit of its luster, but I still enjoyed it. And I just got my hardcover with the sprayed edges that I am very excited about. Look out for a video of me unboxing that. Very, very exciting. Hopefully that will go out on Monday. It is a spooky, gothic, dark romance. It's just 2 chili peppers. It's not super spicy. And it is book 1 of a trilogy. It was going to be a duology, but now it's going to be a trilogy. Eldritch just came out a couple weeks ago, and I am looking forward to getting right into book 2 and then having to wait for book 3. But if you are into having a good spooky time this spooky season, I highly recommend this book. I did enjoy it. Next up is Air. I did not like this book. This book was not for me. I don't like sentient spice. Pretty much nothing about it was good except for the fact that it was short and didn't take that much of my time. If that's your thing, by all means, I think this author has a bunch of different books, kind of the same vibe, but in different settings. You know, go for it. It did, however, give me a nice palate cleanser to be able to finish The Night and the Moth, which leads me into the third book that I read, which is The Night and the Moth. I don't know what was so difficult for me to get through this book. I feel like it has all the things that I normally like. It's got adventure, it's got magic, it's got an FMC and an MNC that I both like, you know, separate from the story. I like them, but for some reason putting them all together, I don't know if it was pacing or what, but it dragged for me. I was having a hard time, but after reading that other book, I was able to get back in it and enjoy it. I will continue to read the second book. It's going to be a duology. A little bit about the book is Six is, I guess you would call her like a religious type person, and people come to see her and her sisters and to see what their fortune is. And then we have a knight from the king who doesn't believe in all of that, basically. And they meet, and I guess that's all I can really say without the spoilers. But the story is the two of them on a journey. The twists and turns were cool. The world was cool. Though maybe there's some parts of it that were just a little bit corny, I think. I think the cheese factor in this book was too high for me, and that's what made it difficult. But like I said, I will read the second book. I love a good duology. I love 2 books and done. Fourth is Direbound. I did this on audiobook because I needed something to listen to on our way there and our way back. And I did like a walk on the beach and like some other moments. And I finally was able to finish it once we got home and we had to unpack and everything like that. And the audiobook of this, I enjoyed. It is duet, which means that all the male characters are narrated by a male voice and all the female characters are narrated by a female voice. And I love that so much. And that's probably giving it higher marks than maybe it would have been if I hadn't. I don't know how this would have read in an actual book if I would have been frustrated more than I was. But this has a very frustrating FMC. You know, the kind where she makes all these decisions and it just angers you because as the reader, you can see what the right decisions should and should not be, and she keeps making the wrong ones. Well, that's kind of what this book was giving me, and I did not like that. But I still kept with it, and when I got to the end, I was happy that I had read it and willing to read the second one. I actually don't know how many books are in this series. I need to look that up, but I will continue with it. In this book, the bad guys are vampires. We don't get a whole lot of them, but they live in they're separated by like a border. They're over there. And then the good guys have, regular humans. And then you have the royalty. And then you have the bonded people. And they are people who bond with dire wolves. And they're kind of like the protection for this side of the line. And the main character, it's about her journey and her games and trials for that. So if you like games and trials, then you should definitely give this a try. And if you like dire wolves, yes. If you like vampires, there's not that much. Hopefully we get more later. But even the hint of it makes me happy. And that's my summary of the books that I read. I hope you enjoyed the journey with me on my vacation. Again, it was my first time doing a reading vlog, and I had fun. I will be back next week with my September reading wrap up. So hope to see you then.